True breakthroughs in life start with stepping out of your comfort zone. The first step in any real comeback is daring to leave that comfort zone behind. A comfort zone isn't just a mental state. It keeps you stuck in familiar routines, avoiding challenges and slowly draining your potential while giving the illusion of safety. Many people live their entire lives in this zone, appearing stable on the surface, but missing out on real growth opportunities. Those who truly achieve a comeback are the ones willing to break free, facing the unknown, challenging themselves, and taking risks, even if it means feeling lonely or experiencing failure. Leaving your comfort zone is often accompanied by significant pain and anxiety. You might face unknown challenges, confront your limitations, or even question whether you're worthy of pursuing higher goals. But it's precisely in this struggle that you discover your true potential and resilience. You realize you're far stronger than you ever imagined. Take, for example, a young man who grew up in an ordinary family, whose parents wanted him to find a safe, respectable job. Deep down, however, he dreamed of starting his own business. People around him didn't understand and thought the risk was too high, too unrealistic. Yet he chose to leave a secure job and pursue entrepreneurship. In the first few years, he barely made any money, worked late nights, faced client rejections, broken partnerships, and financial struggles, and endured constant doubt and failure. But during those lonely and difficult years, he learned to think independently, learn quickly, and continually adjust his strategies. After several years, his business finally took off, marking his transition from an ordinary person to a successful entrepreneur. This story shows that real comebacks don't rely on others' understanding. They stem from the courage to step out of your comfort zone and face the unknown. Every time you push beyond your comfort zone, you're rediscovering and unleashing your potential. On the path of a comeback, not being understood is almost inevitable. Your choices, your way of thinking, and your efforts often differ from the majority, which can make you feel isolated and subject to criticism. External doubts, feelings of loneliness, and internal conflicts are realities every comeback seeker must face, but it's precisely in this lack of understanding that growth happens. Those who succeed know that external doubt does not mean failure. It's a test of your convictions. As the philosopher said, solitude is the sharpening of the soul. When you learn to persist in the face of misunderstanding, your inner strength and capability grow stronger. Many scientists, artists, and entrepreneurs were misunderstood in their early stages. Edison faced countless skeptics during the invention of the light bulb, and Steve Jobs often had his innovative ideas questioned. Yet it was through this skepticism and misunderstanding that they repeatedly tested their ideas and ultimately achieved real breakthroughs. A true comeback is not only about external actions, but also inner development. It's a systematic cultivation of your psychology, thinking, emotions, and beliefs. Mental strength is at the core because being misunderstood, facing setbacks, and encountering failure continually test your beliefs. Inner drive consists of unwavering faith, clear self-awareness, and effective emotional management. You must believe in the path you've chosen, even if you don't see immediate results. You must understand your strengths and weaknesses, leverage your advantages, and remain unaffected by others' opinions. And you must learn to stay calm under pressure, anxiety, and loneliness, transforming negative emotions into forward momentum. The power of mental preparation allows you to keep moving forward in the face of difficulties. For example, an entrepreneur facing repeated funding failures, market skepticism, and team turnover might quit at the first major setback without strong mental fortitude. Yet those who truly succeed treat every failure as a learning opportunity and every doubt as a sharpening stone for growth. Mental strength is crucial. But a real comeback also requires consistent action and the accumulation of habits. It's not an overnight achievement. It's the result of daily effort and persistence. Daily learning, reflecting on your goals, and proactively solving problems may seem minor, but over time, they compound into significant progress. Don't fear failure. Be willing to try, act quickly, and continuously adjust your strategy. Each attempt is a chance to grow. Set high standards and follow through. Self-discipline is the core engine of a comeback because it allows you to remain productive and focused even without supervision. A writer who writes every day, even without recognition, may become a best-selling author in 10 years. An athlete who trains daily, even without applause, may achieve incredible results on the field. True comebacks are never instant. They are the product of countless days of effort, practice, and personal refinement. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our motivational videos. True comebacks in life start with breaking out of your comfort zone. The first step in any real turnaround is daring to step beyond what's familiar. A comfort zone isn't just a mental state. It lulls you into a false sense of security, keeps you stuck in routines, and gradually numbs you while quietly draining your potential. Many people live their entire lives within this zone, appearing stable on the surface, but silently missing out on opportunities for growth. Those who truly achieve a comeback are the ones willing to break free. They face the unknown, challenge themselves, take risks, and persist even in the face of loneliness and failure. Leaving your comfort zone is often accompanied by significant pain and anxiety. You will confront unknown challenges, face the limits of your own abilities, and even question whether you are worthy of pursuing higher goals. You may experience repeated failures, setbacks, misunderstanding, or even social isolation, but it is precisely through this struggle that you discover your true potential and resilience, realizing that you are far stronger than you ever imagined. Many of the greatest comeback stories begin with these solitary challenges. Take, for instance, a young man who grew up in an ordinary family. His parents wanted him to find a safe, respectable job and become what society considered a successful model, but deep inside, he harbored a dream of entrepreneurship, a restless desire pushing him toward greater possibilities. People around him didn't understand. They thought entrepreneurship was too risky or unrealistic. Some laughed at his idealism, while others advised him to play it safe. Yet he chose to leave his secure job and start his own venture. In the first few years, he barely earned any money, working late nights, repeatedly revising failed plans, facing client rejections, broken partnerships, and financial shortages. In solitude, he learned independent thinking, rapid adaptation, and reflection from setbacks, constantly refining his strategy. Years later, his business finally took off, marking a transformation from ordinary person to entrepreneur, not just in wealth, but in mindset, skills, and vision. This story shows that a real comeback doesn't depend on external understanding. It comes from the courage to leave your comfort zone and face the unknown. Every step beyond comfort is a rediscovery and unleashing of potential, a step toward true freedom and strength. On the path of a comeback, not being understood is almost inevitable. Your choices, thought patterns, and efforts often differ from the majority, which can make you feel isolated and subject to criticism. Some will call your goals unrealistic. Others will doubt your abilities. Some may mock your persistence, and even your closest people may not grasp your vision. External doubts, feelings of loneliness, and internal conflicts are realities every comeback seeker must face, but these challenges are precisely what strengthen the mind. Those who succeed understand that skepticism does not mean failure. It's a test of conviction. As a philosopher once said, solitude sharpens the soul. Learning to persist despite misunderstanding strengthens your inner self and enhances your capabilities. Many scientists, artists, and entrepreneurs were misunderstood in their early stages. Edison faced countless skeptics during the invention of the light bulb, and Steve Jobs often had his innovative ideas questioned, even rejected by investors or doubted by partners. Yet they continuously tested their ideas, iterated their strategies, and ultimately achieved true breakthroughs. A real comeback is not just about external action. It's about inner development, a systematic cultivation of mindset, thinking, emotions, and beliefs. Mental preparation is at the core because misunderstanding, setbacks, and failure continually test your convictions. Inner drive consists of unwavering faith, clear self-awareness, and effective emotional management. You must believe in the path you've chosen, even without immediate results. Understand your strengths and weaknesses, leverage your advantages, and remain unaffected by outside judgment, and learn to stay calm under pressure, anxiety, and loneliness, turning negative emotions into forward momentum. Mental strength allows you to keep moving forward in difficult times. For example, a startup founder facing repeated funding failures, market skepticism, and team turnover might quit at the first setback without strong mental fortitude. Yet those who truly succeed treat every failure as a learning opportunity and every doubt as a sharpening stone for growth, even discovering hidden opportunities within challenges. Mental preparation is crucial, but a real comeback also requires consistent action and habit building. Success doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of persistent, daily effort. Daily learning, reflecting on goals, and proactively solving problems may seem minor, but over time, they compound into remarkable progress. Don't fear failure. Be willing to try, act quickly, and continuously refine your approach. Every attempt is a chance to grow. Set high standards and follow through. Self-discipline is the driving force of a comeback, enabling high efficiency and focus even without supervision. A writer who writes every day, even without recognition, may become a best-selling author in 10 years. An athlete who trains every day, even without acknowledgement, may achieve incredible results on the field. True comebacks are never instantaneous. They are the accumulation of countless days of effort and personal refinement. Real comebacks also require a shift in mindset. Ordinary people often respond passively to life, complaining, retreating, or waiting for opportunities. In contrast, those who achieve a comeback actively take control, seek opportunities, and solve problems. The core of this proactive mindset is no complaining, no waiting, and continuous experimentation. Complaining changes nothing and only wastes energy. Comebacks focus energy on what can be changed. Opportunities don't appear automatically. You must create them. Every proactive step moves you closer to success. Failure is part of the learning process. Only through trying can you refine your strategy and discover new possibilities. Consider an ordinary programmer who was dissatisfied with monotonous work. He began learning cutting-edge technology, contributing to open-source projects, and publishing his own work. People thought he was wasting time, but these proactive steps led him, years later, to become a highly sought-after industry expert, achieving a career breakthrough. Emotional management is just as important as action in a comeback. Doubts, failure, loneliness, and anxiety are inevitable, and how you channel these into growth determines your success. First, acknowledge your emotions. Don't suppress or deny them. Accept anxiety, fear, and loneliness to find solutions. Transform negative emotions into action. For instance, use anxiety to learn new skills or improve plans. Give yourself positive daily affirmations, reinforcing motivation and persistence. A startup founder experiencing funding failures, team departures, and media scrutiny could easily fall into self-doubt. but by maintaining self-motivation and channeling anxiety into finding new clients and optimizing products, he successfully scaled the business from 0 to 1. Success also relies on understanding social dynamics and effectively leveraging resources. Real comeback achievers, even when misunderstood, observe society, anticipate trends, and find their opportunities. Networks, information, capital, and time are all resources. Those who succeed know how to acquire, integrate, and utilize them rather than going it alone. Doing the right thing at the right time outweighs blind effort. Even when misunderstood, collaboration can generate greater impact. For example, a young investor, doubted during a tech stock boom, conducted deep market analysis, positioned early, and ultimately gained enormous returns. Such comebacks are not luck. They reflect insight and resource management. After breaking your comfort zone, enduring misunderstanding, building inner strength, accumulating habits, shifting mindset, managing emotions, and leveraging resources, you reach the final stage, the leap. This leap represents not just improved living standards, but a comprehensive upgrade in skills, vision, and mindset. You transform yourself, influence others, and even change industries or societal norms. Those who truly achieve comebacks, having endured solitude, setbacks, and doubt, gain deeper life understanding and greater composure. Steve Jobs, after being ousted from Apple, founded Next and Pixar, eventually returning to Apple to achieve both personal and corporate comebacks. His leap changed not only his own destiny, but the tech industry itself. From these examples, we can distill the key rules for a comeback. Dare to break the comfort zone, because real growth and opportunities lie outside it. Accept being misunderstood, as solitude and doubt are essential tests of conviction. Cultivate mental strength and inner drive, including faith, self-awareness, and emotional management. Build consistent action and habits, since daily effort is the foundation of success. Adopt proactive think that proactive think. Adapt proactive thinks, adopt proactive think, weitslig with this, they think deceive. Our proactive think really success, says to the some success, adopt proactive thinks fit. Recognizing trends and leveraging resources, and embrace the leap stage, achieving a transformative impact on life. The entire comeback journey begins in solitude and misunderstanding. Progress is through persistence, growth, and self-transcendence, and culminates in surpassing oneself in the ordinary, mastering one's destiny, and achieving a true, meaningful comeback. In today's video, we explore the theme True Comebacks Begin When You're Misunderstood, diving deep into the underlying logic and practical strategies behind achieving a real turnaround in life, revealing the solitude, challenges, and trials everyone must face on the path to growth and breakthrough. From breaking free of your comfort zone to building mental resilience, to accumulating consistent action, from transforming your mindset to managing your emotions and understanding social dynamics and resource utilization, every step is an indispensable part of the comeback journey. And every effort you make is an investment in your future, a way to build your potential and life's momentum. First, being misunderstood is the starting point. The road to a comeback is inherently lonely. When people around you fail to understand your choices, question your efforts, or even ridicule you, you should actually feel encouraged, because it means you're walking a path others are too afraid to take. It is in this solitude that your will is honed, your abilities forged, and your inner self strengthened through repeated challenges. Do not fear being misunderstood. It is itself a necessary part of success, a test of your conviction, and a catalyst for growth. Second, belief and action are the core driving forces behind a comeback. No matter how much skepticism surrounds you, holding firm to your beliefs and turning them into concrete actions is the key to changing your life. The small daily efforts and habits you cultivate, even seemingly minor actions, flow together like streams that eventually form a river capable of redirecting the course of your life. Action is not just the foundation of results, it is also the measure of mindset and conviction, turning abstract dreams into tangible reality. Third, mental strength determines how far your comeback can go. A strong mindset is what allows you to keep moving forward on the path of transformation. Learning to manage your emotions, accept solitude, and remain calm in the face of failure enables you to see opportunities in difficulties and find direction in challenges. During your toughest moments, mental fortitude keeps you clear-headed, helps you analyze problems, summarize lessons, and find the strength to keep moving forward. A real comeback is never accidental. It is a systematic endeavor, not reliant on a momentary impulse or fleeting inspiration, but on comprehensive development across mindset, habits, action, thinking, and resource management. Every link is essential. Missing any one compromises the whole. Only by fully mastering each step can you achieve life's true leap. This leap is the natural result of persistence. When you endure loneliness and growth through skepticism, you will find that you have quietly transformed from the inside out. This transformation is not accidental, but inevitable. It is the affirmation of every effort, the reward for every moment of solitude, misunderstanding, and challenge. True comebacks never require the understanding of others. Those who initially fail to see your efforts may never grasp the full meaning of what you do. A comeback seeker focuses not on whether others recognize them, but on how far they themselves can go. Loneliness, misunderstanding, and setbacks are not obstacles. They are catalysts that accelerate growth, helping you mature faster and become stronger. If you feel alone or misunderstood right now, do not be discouraged. This is precisely the beginning of your comeback journey. Maintain your faith, continually build consistent action, manage your mental state and emotions, seize opportunities, and one day you will see that past doubts and loneliness were the foundation of your brilliant turnaround, an indispensable part of your life's transformation. Remember, true comebacks begin when you are misunderstood. As long as you persist, invest effort, and grow through solitude, your life will inevitably undergo profound change. Every effort, every act of perseverance, every courageous confrontation with loneliness brings you one step closer to success and one step closer to becoming the master of your own destiny. True comebacks are never about proving others wrong. They are about becoming the strongest version of yourself, allowing your life to shine with undeniable brilliance through quiet, relentless effort.